to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the music city of Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry for Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, Ottage, the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Landry now on the return. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 62 yards. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A first down carry for Henry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 6-0 our score after one. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. Escapes the defender. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 15-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. To throw is Tannehill. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Chubb will get the call running left. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First down, Mayfield. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Thomas. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Tannehill on 3rd down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he will have a Titans first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tannehill throwing again. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 73 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Let's go. 28.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Pick it up.
Here's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike, quick.
They snap it to Tannehill. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run again with Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Following the penalty, Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. A run for Nick Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
22, 22. Come on, D. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike, go.
Throwing, Tannehill. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Room past the 20. And that's complete to Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Now Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. As Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.